Hi, this is Denise with Paper Crafty, and it is day one of the 7 Days of Summer collaboration between Dear Julie and Cara Brandon Creations. Today I'm going to be using this first day of the digital kit from Cara Brandon and the first day of the digital kit from Dear Julie. I'm going to be putting a complete list of all the elves that are participating in this collaboration so that you can get ideas on what you can do with these digitals down in the description box below. I'm also going to be putting links to where you can purchase these kits if you'd like to play along. So let's get started. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to use these printables in my planner. And the timing is perfect because I need more inserts for here. So this is the setup that I have for my planner. You know, just a little notebook, sticky pad here, just decorations, some little page tabs here. I've got just another little decoration here, and some washi on a clear tab here, and then a couple little paper clips. And I also have some little stencils in here that I honestly don't use that frequently. So, and there's several different varieties. I essentially really use my planner for functional purposes. I don't do a whole lot of decorating in it, but you know, all of us planner girls definitely like to have things look pretty. So, you know, definitely the covers of each of the printables I like having pretty, and I have my Pen Gems pen over here that I just absolutely adore. And I have several of them, but you know, this is my current favorite. So this is my monthly layout. I have a year at a glance, 2021 year at a glance, and then I just have you know, each month in here along with some notes. Obviously this did not get a lot of action this first half of 2021 with the pandemic, so but I still used you know, these printables, you know, at least for the weekly quite a bit. Not that one so much, but you know, anyway. So as you can see, I don't even have May in here, and I missed an important appointment, so I'm really feeling a little anxious that yeah, I need to get my planner back in order because I'm forgetting things that are important, and I can't be doing that. So let's see. Okay, so here's my April. So I usually keep 4 months worth of 4 months at a time in here, along with my year at a glance, and my yearly, and then I have at the back I have a notes section with all sorts of, you know, different places to write notes. And then the very back, I don't have anything back here, just a little decoration. And I took this, actually this is originally was a 3-ring planner. I think it was from Heidi Swap, and I converted it into a Tennessee notebook type planner, and I have, you know, I put elastics in it. So I usually keep 2 books on one of these elastics, and then I hoop them through each of these strings because it has a total of 4 strings. So this, I usually like to keep my previous month in there. In this case, it'll be April because we're still in May. And then I'll have May, June, and July. So I'll go through July for now. And I'll go ahead, I'm probably gonna go ahead and do August because very soon I'm gonna be taking April out. I just like to have my previous months so that I can transfer, you know, any of my notes and things that I, you know, my to-do list to the new month. So that is my planner. You can see this is what it looks like on the outside. I've got a little pretty simple tassel here. But this is my planner. I love my planner. I use it every day, but I need more inserts. And so I've gone ahead and I've printed off through, I print my own inserts, and I actually make my own inserts. So I've printed off May, June, July, and August. Today, I'm just gonna work on getting the May insert up and running in there. And what I've decided to do, actually I'm gonna keep that on for now. What I've decided to do is take, I printed that first page of Cara's. I wanted this tag that she has on the front cover. See, I wanted it, you know, like this, okay? And I really like this graphic. So I wanted that to be big and to be on the front. So I just enlarged it and moved it over to the orientation that I wanted it, okay? I don't need it as a tag per se, I just wanted the graphic. And then on the back of this, I printed Julie's little dictionary page that had watermelon on it. And I love that. I think this is so cute. So that'll be a nice, basically it'll fold over like this, and that'll be a nice interior. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it down to about what I usually make these. And then we're going to see if I probably need to do some collage over here on the back side a little bit, what'll be the back side of the cover. And we'll see how that all turns out, okay? Excuse me. Okay, so I like the A7 size planner. I think it's just the perfect size for me personally. My inserts are 5 by 7, and it has plenty of real estate for me, you know, as a functional planner without doing a lot of decorative elements on the interior. It's pretty much perfect for me and my uses. So this is the size that I go with. It's 5 by 7. So we've got to cut this so that it's 7 inches tall. So I'm gonna start down here and cut this bottom part off, because that'll tell me how much I need to cut off of the top. So I'm just gonna kind of line this up, eyeball it, try to get this perfect. I wanted to get that black line off. I keep my scraps. I don't want this border strip in here. And I may actually cut off more there, but for now I think I like that. And then I'm gonna cut this to 7 inches because we want the height to be 7 inches. So I'm gonna line that up on the 7. And I'm gonna cut that off the top like that. Okay. And then I'm going to score this. So this, oh, this one's not completed yet, but these are 5 inches across. So it's 5 by 7. So I'm going to take and I usually make the cover about a 1/4 inch longer than the actual length of the book. So I make this 5 and just to account for the width of the insert of the, you know, the monthly insert. So I'm going to score this at 5 1/4. That's quite a bit in the middle of this. That's okay. All right, so this is at 5 1/4. Okay. All right, good. And the back side doesn't really matter in terms of if it hangs over a little bit, that doesn't matter at all. So this just means this area right here, this whole interior is covered. That's awesome. And this back area, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of collaging or something on here so that, you know, the back looks nice. This is pretty cool. I like the way that looks. Okay, so let's see what we've got over here. I've got all these little pieces that I've cut. I've already fussy cut everything. So I've got that. That might look really cute there. And I've got these. These are super cute. And this. And that. And I also printed out, I was doing a test page to see how this would look on the back, the interior of here. So I have this large piece of paper there that I could be using. So let's see, I'm just gonna play around a little bit, see what I can come up with. I like that. Okay, yes, I've already used this on the front, so I'm not gonna use that either. That one's super cute. Okay. Okay, so I kind of like the way that looks. I get my glue book. Oh, I've got this too. I forgot about this. I cut these off of here. That would look really cool right there. Oh, I like that right there, actually. I like that better. Okay. I'm just gonna cut, again, this branding strip off, just so I don't have a lot of thickness on here that I don't need. Put my little garbage bowl here. I learned about the vintage bowl from Roxy Creations. I love that idea. It's super cute. I just need to get a cute one like she has. That would be fun. I've got lots of bowls. I just haven't actually taken one out to use it in that way. And also, I don't want anything too big that takes up too much space on my table, because you can see I don't have a ton of room here. Okay, so I want to make sure that this is not going to be cut off. Oof. All right, part of this might be cut off, so maybe do it this direction. Maybe that direction's better. Make sure I get that Indiana Sweetheart in there. That's super cute. Even though I'm not from Indiana, but I still love that. Okay, so it's gonna cut off like that much. That's gonna be perfect. Okay. You can see, so this back cover, I didn't trim it to size, so it's gonna be about right there. So yeah, it'll cut off like right to here, so that'll be perfect. We'll still get that Indiana Sweetheart in there. Super cute. Excuse me. All right, so what to put right here? Okay, so I think I'm gonna cut off this watermelon, and I'm gonna do it the same orientation as this so that it actually shows up in there. Excellent. Okay, so you can see that these hang over the edge of this. So I'm just going to trim off the edges here. Just going to use this edge as the guide. Do the same thing on this side. Great. Okay, so that's what the back looks like right now. Cool. I'm really liking that. That looks good. We're gonna add more after I bind this. So let's see, the first step, I'll go ahead and take my May journal or my insert, put it inside here. Now there's two ways. Oh, did I cut that too short? Oh no, that's perfect. Okay. Yeah, there's two ways that you can go about binding this. You can either, sew it with a, a regular stitch you use for bookbinding, like a bookbinding stitch, or you can staple it. You can see these that I did recently, I just stitched them. That worked out really well. Maybe I'll go ahead and stitch these as well. But you can also staple them. Let's see. Now I use my This is foam core. And I find when I'm doing just small projects like this works just fine, along with my pokey tool. And the most critical piece is the Tim Holtz ruler, because it has a center point here. So it makes it really easy to determine the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark where I want this. Make sure everything's really even. Okay, so I'm gonna mark it. All right, so 3.5. The center point's gonna be at 3.5 on either side. So there's 3.5 here, 3.5 there. So I'm gonna mark my center point. Make sure I'm actually getting it in the crease. There we go. Let me get my pencil, mark the center point, and then I think I'm gonna do it at, actually that moved slightly. Okay, so the center point's over here, and then at 3 and 3. So that'll give me a lot of, I don't want it right up to the edge, and I don't want it too far in, otherwise you kind of get this bowing on there. So that'll be perfect, I think. So for my pamphlet stitch. Okay, so I'm gonna take and I'm gonna even all of these out so that all the pages are even. That's pretty critical. And then they're into the corner like that. And then I'm just gonna take and put a little clip on either side, just so it holds it. And I like to, when I'm doing the holes with the pokey tool, I like to hold my book just in a V. It doesn't have to be, it's just so I can tell, you know, where I want this to be. You know, and this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I mean, you know. And you see, it goes right through to the spine on those. So that turned out really good. Okay. Put that away. Put my pokey tool away. Put my ruler away. And I'm just gonna get my binding needles. I don't want anything too long or too thick. Let's see, I usually go, I think, with either this one or this one. Those two might be the same size. Okay. Okay. So generally when I'm gonna bind this with string, I usually do like 3 times the length, and that way I have a bit of overhang too, in case I want to do any, add any charms or anything to the string. All right, I really like my little threader. It makes it super easy to just get the thread in there. And I'm using, let's see, this is extra strong polished button and carpet thread. This one's Clark's. This is really old. It was gifted to me, so I don't think you can buy this anymore. But you want the polyester one. You don't want the 100%, well, I mean, I guess you could use the cotton one, but you don't want nylon for sure. Okay. All right, so then I usually just go in from the inside. Let's let's see, I can take these off now because I don't need that. I start in the middle. And tomorrow I'll show you how to staple them. So if you don't want to bind this with thread, I'll show you how to staple these because that's actually really easy too. Okay, and then I go to the one on the side, one of the sides. You can actually go through if it's easier. Sometimes it's easier just going through one at a time, like this. As long as your thread is long enough, it's not a big deal. Okay, oops, almost lost that one. Okay, we go like that. Make sure that's long enough. All right, going through the, oh. Okay, make sure everything's together. There we go. All right. Going through the second time, I think is actually a little bit easier. I'm gonna try to put this up here like that, out of the way, because you've already made the hole now. Main thing is to try not to actually go through the thread. And if I were binding a book, just a note, if I were binding a book that, you know, was going to last more than a month, this, you know, obviously this insert only is going to last a month, actually less because May is already 3/4 of the way over, but I do need this last week for my schedule and my to-do lists. I would use some, I have a thing of beeswax that I apply, and I can show you how I do that in a different video if you'd like. Okay, so then I'm going to go through the bottom hole. Yeah, so I coat the thread with beeswax, and that just kind of, you know, helps keep everything together and seals everything, and, you know, strengthens it a little bit. But again, this insert's only going to be used for a short time, so it's almost overkill to bind it with thread anyway. Okay. All right. So there's that. And then I just take and I want to make this thread longer, so let's see. I make that particular one, so I'll make that one a little shorter. Just pull on the threads till they're all looks like I went through the, okay, so this is what I was telling you do not want to do. You do not want to go through the thread like I did. So apparently I did go through the thread. That stinks. Okay, so that's got to stay where it was then. Because I'm only going to be using this for a month, I'm just going to cut that off there. It's not a big deal. Okay, I have plenty of length. So, okay. All right, so this needs to go through there. Make sure everything's nice and secure. And then just tie this in a knot. Okay. All right, so that's bound. Okay, and then the next step is to even up these edges here. So the way I do that, so I hold it still with these use this cutting board and hold it still with these clips. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree. And I use my heavy duty box trimmer on this. Oh, and here is the, actually, here's the wax, beeswax that I was telling you about. So if I were doing a book that lasts, you know, a junk journal or some book that lasts longer than a month, I would take and I'd coat this string in beeswax. And you can kind of feel it just gives it a little finish, and it just, you know, helps bind the threads together when they're tied and makes it a little sturdier. Okay, so, but I'm not worrying about it for this, this particular journal, because this is just going to be used for a short period of time. It's not going to get all that much wear and tear. All right, so I'm cutting off the edge here. I'm lining this metal edge up with the very edge of the cut front cover. Okay, and the key to this is to hold this down really firmly. Take your box cutter and don't press hard with the box cutter. It's better to do multiple light passes than to do, you know, one really heavy duty, thick okay, you can see I can take away some of these papers that are here that I've already cut through. That way I can see what I've got. There we go. All right. And that gives you a really nice, smooth, even edge on that side. Okay, so there is the front. There is the back. Okay, and I could stop there. Oy. There's the interior. I love how there's a little watermelon there. And so this is my my planner that I use. It's for the month of May. So I have April, the end of April, and then May starts on a Saturday, 1, 2. I've got a little to-do list here, checklist, and then I've got place for notes. And I've got, you know, things that go on in this week. So I really like this because what I can do is, okay, we're back in the last, let's see, we are in, today is the 25th. So we're back here. What I generally do is I go to the week of, and I kind of clip that like that, so that got a week at a glance, which I love. I love having the week at a glance. I know it's May, because it says so right here. And then I open it, I just move that to the side, and I have a place for all my to-do lists. And I have more real estate here for taking notes about what's going on this week. And then I can track various things, you know, my sleeping, my steps, whether I've taken my probiotic, you know, that kind of stuff in here. You can personalize it for yourself. But if you have medications that you're on, you know, and you need to keep track of it, that's a great place to put that. If you want to do mood or, you know, whatever. I mean, it's very flexible. So that's that. And then at the very end, so you can see each week's the same way. And then at the very end, there is a place for tracking those same things that you do here at the monthly level. You know, and I have a bunch of different things that I track. It's kind of personal, so I'm just going to cover that part up. But you can see that you have, you know, lots of real estate for, you know, tracking whatever it is, you know, that you personally care about. And then there's an area for notes at the back. Okay, so let's see, this is the way I usually, actually I do it so that I can access the tracking in the back. So I don't do it over this cover, I just do it like that. Okay, all right, so that's generally the way it looks. What else do I want to do with this journal? Okay, a couple things. I think that for right now, I'm going to take that off. I might want to, I don't know, do I want washi? My books that I have in here are already pretty, they're bright and white, so I'm not going to, I don't think I'm going to, this is how it'll look in here. I'm not going to distress this, whereas, you know, my tendency generally is to try to distress things, but for this, I think I'm not going to distress these. I really like the way this turned out. I like the way that looks. It feels really summery and fun. I might add some washi in some of these gap areas. So that would kind of tie things together a little bit. Let's see. So I might add a little bit of washi here. Let's see what I've got. Oh, I've got a lot of washi. I don't need red. Don't need pink. I was thinking maybe the yellow, because that would tie in with this one. Would that look good on here? Maybe, let's see. Doesn't have to be that big. Ooh, actually I could put it all the way across here and then kind of make it look so it's not so obvious that there's a, that these were tags. So that could be kind of cool. There we go. I like that. Okay. I like that. And then I'm going to just fold it over the top. Okay, yeah, I like that. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that looks. I might add a watermelon. There we go. Might add that right there. would look kind of cool. All right. For little pieces like this, I like to use my tweezers because it just makes life a little easier when I'm trying to all right, I lost my stainless steel okay, yeah, I need a new stainless steel. I lost my stainless steel pin that was in this my art glitter glue, so I've been using another pin that I have that is clearly not stainless steel. So I think that needs to be one of my next projects, is to try to figure out a different solution for that. Okay, yeah, I kind of like the way that looks. All right, so that's pretty simple, but effective. All right, and then I always, again, you could, you know, this is all, you know, just fun. You don't have to do any of this, but I always use the corner rounder on the edges of my planners. So let's see, I usually do, I think it's the, better start from the back to make sure I have the right, yeah, I use the 1/4 inch. So you can see I round the corners on these, and I just do it on all the pages, and I do them, you know, several pages at a time. This is only 32 pound printer paper that I print the the planner pages on, so I can put several in there at a time. And then I generally do the cover. How did I miss those? Okay. I'm gonna do this cover separate. Okay. Yeah, sometimes this doesn't, if I try to get the cover in there, it doesn't get the edges really smoothly. Okay, and these pages that are folded out like that, they don't go all the way to the edge, so it doesn't matter that they're not rounded, that they're just folded in like that. That works perfectly. All right. Okay, so let's see, I've got that little string dangling out. I've got the corner rounded. That's awesome. I love the way that looks in there like that. That's super duper cute. Oh my gosh, these little dots kind of go with the yellow next to it, which is, I'm super happy with. I am also going to I'm also going to add this, I believe, to the back page. So I have a little pocket here in case I want to use, put any receipts or anything for this month. Okay, that's super cute. All right, and then I'm just gonna take, yeah, and sometimes I have need of, you know, putting little pieces of paper in here, and I end up usually just sticking them in the page or back in the notes section. You know, sometimes I do it with washi, but I don't like covering up my days, so actually having a place where I could put some of the little notes would be cool. And I'm just using some gathered twigs distress oxide. And like I said, I'm just gonna go around the edges really quick just so that there's a little bit more contrast between this and the background, since this background is kind of like an old book page. Will just stand out a little bit more. There we go. Okay. All right, cool. And then that just gives me a little pocket to put some stuff in. And just put a little tag or whatever in there. I could use that as a bookmark too, so that would be kind of cool. But I'd want to back that with something. What can I use to decorate this up a little bit more? That would look cute. Put it. Oh, there we go. Put a little bit of a gap on that, and then I'm gonna use the hole punch to kind of just do the little corners, make this into a ticket type thing. And then again, just add a little gathered twigs along the edge just to make that edge stand out a little bit. Yeah, get that too. That would be cute. Okay, so use that. Let's back this. Just a little bit of washi, just along that line so that it's not obvious that it was across, maybe. Just so it's not obvious that it was collaged there. Just looks like a decorative element. What the heck is going on there? Okay. All right. And then I like this little We Are Memory Keepers hole punch thingy. And let's see. Ooh. I could use this, that would be cool. Or this cutoff piece from that, from the other side of that. Maybe I'll start with that one. That looks cool. There we go. Okay, so then I've got my little bookmark that can go in there. Okay, so the last piece that we need is I need a tab for the side here that says May. So what do I want to use? Maybe this one. And then I get my label maker out. So I'm using basically like a 1/4 of an inch clear tape in my P-Touch. And my April does not, like I said, does not have a label on it. Usually I use these tab on it. Usually I use these clear tabs like that just peel off. But I thought for this one it would be fun to make a tab. So I'm just gonna take, this is my April, this is May, and it just fits right in there like that. All right, I'm super happy with that. So there's my April, and the month that I'm done with, I keep a clip on it just so I don't get confused. And then I've got my May with the little tab, and a cute little front cover. And then you open it up and you see the watermelon. And then you have my calendar, which, let's see, we are way back here. Because today's the 25th. So I'm gonna put it like that. And there's my this week's spread, my to-dos, some areas for notes. I have my tracking in the back, got notes, more notes. Got a little pocket for a bookmark, so I could use this if I have something in particular like back here that I want to make sure that I remember to transfer to my to-do list. I can put the little bookmark back there and it'll alert me. Or I could put receipts or other little notes that I have, since I'm not just shoving them in here or trying to tape them in here. I have them all in the back, and I can transfer it to the next month if I need to. All right, and then here's the back side. I think that looks really cute. And now I'm all ready for summer. Yay, so cool. Okay, so we made the cover for this planner insert. We made a little tab. We did some collaging on the back to get it all together, a little washi tape. Made a pocket and made a bookmark. All right, with day 1, 7 days of summer collaboration kit between Dear Julie and Cara Brandon Creations. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that you found this helpful and useful. And again, I'm going to be posting the links to these digitals in the description box below, along with all the elves that are making various projects using these digitals. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up to show me that you liked it. Leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe to my channel. Again, this is Denise with Paper Crafty, and craft on.